Hi everyone, Deb here. I am getting ready to work on hashtag Deck the Year. It is the first week in January and I will be doing these on Thursdays. This week I'm just doing one for this collab, and then next week I will probably be um, doing 2 weeks worth at a time and showing them at that time. But I thought I'd start off with making something with you. So I have this box of playing cards, which was from the Dollar Tree, and the cards are actually beautiful on the back. Greenbrier. So yeah, I don't know if there's a whole deck here, but that's okay because this year I'm also also going to be using index cards, or the other thing wasn't a job ticket, it was a time card. They're long and thin, and I might have those. I'm not sure. So I'm going to use this ace because, day one really is an ace, but it's actually day two, but that's okay. I'm going to use the ace of clubs. Not that it matters. I almost hate covering this up. Now, I already went ahead and stamped this. I have this stamp set from Amazon. I bought it off Amazon, and it's got all different ATC things. They don't quite line up on these exactly, which maybe it's the user though, which is this whole box of what's supposed to be artist trading cards that I got years ago at Paper Studio. And I'm also using um, these. I have this turned backwards, I guess. They were Country Road 2.5 by 3.5 papers, and this is what it looks like. So you could just use that and not put it on a playing card, but I'm going to put it on a playing card because, that's what we're using. And then also I pulled out sort of a coordinating color from this Miss Sparkle and Company, and I was looking through briefly my stamps and stickers, and I think I'm going to stamp some things from this Dollar Tree thing. I actually used the backing in a junk journal, but I'm going to stamp something on here and edge it and maybe tear it. And I found these blue stickers from Tuesday morning in January 2017, which is when I started. I mean, I don't know if I bought it in that month, but probably 2017 I've had these, and never used them, and I thought the blue would go nice, but I'll probably put them on here or something. I don't know. So the first thing is I'm going to edge around, and maybe I'll glue this on. Actually, let's glue this on first before we get a whole bunch of stuff. See, it doesn't quite exactly fit. So that's why I want to put that on now. And then what I'll do, as soon as I find my glue, is cut it before I get started on the rest of it. So let's do that. And I'm using liquid glue. You could also use like a tear and tape or double-sided tape, but this is faster, but I do have to let it dry for a little bit. And I'll try and get that lined up at the top and cut the bottom off since the stamp didn't go all the way down. And then I'll probably edge around this. And all I put on here is once in a lifetime, Deb Houck at Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage, January 2, 2025, 1 of 1. I should put on here week 1. And I'm using Sharpie Papermate, Papermate Flare, and this is week 1. And I'll put hashtag Deck the Year. I should have put hashtag Deck the Year week 1. Ugh. Sometimes my brain just doesn't think things through properly. Blaming my brain, which is a part of me, right? All right, I'm using these scissors to trim this off because you see it hangs out a little longer than a playing card. Yeah. Now I will be using index cards sometimes, and I will be using, if I have them, I'm not going to go out and buy them necessarily, although that could be one of my low budget things. I'm going to try this speckled egg. I don't know if it'll show up good or not. And I don't know if it'll hold under there, but I'll try and get some on the, yeah, it's not, I have the re-inker, so I probably need to re-ink it. That's okay. I cut that a little crooked too. Yeah, that's not really doing too much to that, is it? Okay. Lesson learned. I'll have to get the re-inker or I'll choose a different ink. Let's try. I was trying to match the color of this. That's not it. Looking at my Stampin' Up! Colors. Maybe, I don't know, maybe none of them seem to actually go with it too well. Maybe I'll do Misty Moonlight. Would that work? Yeah, maybe we'll try that. It's a little darker, but that's okay. Actually, Boho Blue's lighter than this, but it's all right. It's just going to be yeah, that works better. Now, it's a dye-based ink, so it will run if you add water to it, and I probably just contaminated that with speckled egg. But this is a darker color, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Let's just go down along the edge there and there. Okay. Now, let's just close that temporarily, but we're going to leave it here. And I'll be right back. I have a little bit of a cold still, so bear with me. Sorry about that. All right, now we're going to take this and glue it down to, I kind of did that backwards, but that's okay. So the numbers were on that side. I'm going to use this pretty, I'm going to say, I might do one sometime with just this showing and decorate it somehow, because I think that's pretty, but not today. Not today. Okay. And the only thing I should have to do with this is trim the corners, I believe. Let's, yeah, let's do it like that. Let's slide around. Let's let it dry for a moment. I should put it to one side. Yeah, that side. And bottom, that way I can cut off just two edges and just the little corners on these other ones. I did bring out, while that's drying, I brought out some trims I thought might go. I'm thinking I really want to use this. I've had this for years, and if I used it, I used just a little piece, and I think that'll go with it. But I also had some of this, and my favorite Dollar Tree ribbon, and this one I don't think, unless I just tie a little bow or something with it. So I don't think I'll use those this time. But I do think I will use this. I'm going to stick this pin back in here for now because I will lose it. And I'm going to take a sip of tea and then we'll cut that down. Hang on. Okay, so let's try and cut this off to get a little bit at that bottom part too. Tap, 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 tap. I took my paper off, so I'm hoping that with my glass mat here, it's not too glary for you. I have one of those big green cutting sewing mat things, and I'm thinking of bringing that up. I have it down in my dining room, tucked behind a bookcase for years now, at least 2 or 3 years, ever since I got my new sewing machine, I think, which has been maybe more like 5 years. I don't know. Anyway, it's down on behind a bookcase in my dining room, and I'm like, that wouldn't be as glary. I'd have to put paper down because it won't clean up like this, and bring this out to do mixed media. Or should I just leave the glass mat and occasionally put paper down like I have been? I don't know. The paper gets really, that slid a little bit. The paper gets really messy. Let's go over that again because what color is this? Misty Moonlight. Well, later on, I have a Misty Moonlight water-based marker, I think, and I need to go around those edges there a little bit. Now, I do want to figure out what am I doing here. I think I'm going to use this once in a lifetime. on here and maybe cut this paper down, but that's going to be too big, isn't it? No, it might just fit. All right, so I'm going to cut this in half with my trimmer and then go around the edges. What would in half be? What is this? This is 2 inches, so 1 inch. That still might be too much, but I don't want to cut it too small. And this was out of that Miss Sparkle and Company little pad of paper that I've had forever. We'll save this for another one. Will that fit on there still? Yes, and then I'll have to cut the side off. All right, so let me go ahead and put this sticker on here. And let me trim that down to 2.5. I have to go a little over 2.5 on this side, this one side, and sorry, I don't have it up on the desk. And about oh, nope, I got that too. I'm going to cut it a little bit, a bit small. I almost cut the thing off. Okay, well that should be less than that, right? Okay. Okay, now, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm going to ink around this first of all in the blue. I don't have the blues. Well, I have them a little bit, but not bad, even though it's New Year's. Trying to stay positive, even though this past week and a little bit has been very trying for my son and I, and it's going to continue throughout January, mostly for him, but we're going to get through it. We will get through it. I think I'm going to put the ribbon down here at the bottom because I think I want to maybe put this on top, like sort of under the ribbon a little bit kind of thing. And then I think I want this bird to maybe just be up here. But before I do that, let's stamp on the background a little bit. I'm just all over the place, right? And to grunge it a little bit, this is, like I said, a Dollar Tree stamp. Apparently I used, maybe it didn't have a backing. I just want to do the flowers, maybe this little thing here. And we'll stick that on here like this. My dirty blocks. I cleaned the map, but I didn't clean my blocks. I'm just going to use Memento. I already used dye-based ink, so why not? Let me get a piece of paper. Here's the old piece I had on my table. I'll move this out of the way. Okay. And just do some, it already is grunged up a little bit, but, and I don't do grunge too much, but you know. I could have used a brown too, but I'm just doing a little bit. And the bottom's going to be mostly covered, so maybe just a little bit coming in there. That's all I'm going to do. I tend to want to do too much. Too much, yes. All right, so now let me put that there. Get the piece of ribbon cut off and put down. Okay, let me get my ribbon scissors, if I can get a hold of them. There they are. So I don't want this to take forever. And I need some sticky tape, which I have here somewhere. I had a Dollar Tree one sitting here, but I don't remember if I finished it or not. I might have. And that one's too wide. Oh, no, wait, here. Is this the, well, there's the case to it. I don't know where the tape is. Oh, guys, I'm a mess. Up here it is, I think. Well, this is double-sided tape. That's okay. We'll put it down. Is that what I wanted? I think so. Oh, boy. I'm sorry. I'm a kind of a mess, huh? I'm a kind of a mess. Okay, now let's peel that off with the non-existent nails that I don't have. The nails that are non-existent, that's how I should say that, right? Just put this down here so I'm getting some use out of that. And trim it down a little bit. So just, when you're making these, just go through your stuff and pull things that seem to go together, or whatever you have. Stickers, ribbons. I need to clean this. I'll set it over there for now. Let's get rid of this. And I think I'm just going to glue this down. I don't want it to be super duper dimensional because, I thought of, let me find some profound saying or whatever, but when I was looking at the stickers and it had this on there, I just thought, I am going to just use that. Use what I have. That's what I should put on here. Use what you have is the motto for 2025. Getting it on straight would be helpful though too. And then we'll just have, how did I want this bird? The branch coming in there from the side. And he's looking up at something. What should we have him looking up at? A flower, a little tiny flower. A bee, not a bee, not a bee today. I think a little tiny flower. Yeah, like that. And there's some little dots on here even. I'm just going to put them on. I was thinking we need some bling somewhere, but I'll just use these little dots that are here. Why not? Yeah, I don't like that there. The only thing I don't like, these stickers have a clear back. I don't love that. I don't know if it's any better or worse than having the white back, but and just one there. So one there, and up here. I think I'm going to call that done. So that is my first card for 2025 for hashtag Deck the Year, which is hosted, by the way, by Penny's Crafty Creations. This is her third year doing this, and thank you, Penny, for continuing it. My second year, I did last year, and I shared my last one, week 52, for week 52 of 2024, and I kept them in a book and I did a complete walkthrough. So I'll try to remember to link that video in the end screen or down below. But yeah, I think it's cute. Let me know what you think. And I didn't use everything here, but I can use these at some future point. Hopefully I will now that I see they're open. I'm going to come back. I'm going to have another altered playing card, but this time it will be for a different collaboration. I was going to do them together and I changed my mind. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye.